Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are racing Division 3 Qatar. Alright, into Q1 now. And a special return shout out for Rayson, back in Division 3, back in the Alpine. He was not enjoying life in D2, and now he is gone. Right, let's just get the stream up and running. Now, I am fasting, and that's going to end in a few minutes, so I might be a little bit quiet through Q1, but after I'm all fueled up, I shall be ready to cook. Right, let's see this. I am just popping in via my Twitch account on my phone. I have to sort that one as well, because I don't want to be subjected to my own ads when I'm trying to read chat. So onto the HDR Twitch we go for the phone, and just a couple people on outlaps at the moment. Deadly Muffin Man is going to be Don't You Cry, I Am Just a Fish, AKW35. Cool. Forgot who you were. I feel like I should know who you are, but I don't. And Deadly Muffin Man is going to be the first man to start his lap. Down the main straight we go. Up into 8th gear, revving it as high as he can. Thank you. Give me the ketchup. Into turn 1 now. He does not use the full width of the track there. Down to 4th gear. Brakes a little bit earlier than I would expect him to. And once again, he's not really using the full width there. He doesn't get a good apex at all. And this is not a good banker lap from Deadly Muffin Man at all, I would say. I think there's a lot of time that the other drivers can be gaining on him right this very second. Oh, and right on cue, my fasting's ended. And Deadly Muffin appears to have backed out of it. Oh wait, it's because he's on an outlap. Wait, what? I swear, no wait, it says he's on a hot lap. Nope, I'm dumb. And now we've got Zeta. Diamonds, can you check com chat? Okay, wait. Mate, my fasting's just ended. I've got to fuel up as well. No E2 go. Drinking since 5 AM, mate, so... Right, Zedden on his lap right now, and Dodger goes fastest with a 22.9, and that is invalid. Can we see some faster laps being posted? Yeah, we can. Flandex is on his way right now towards turn 16, the final corner, and he'll be down to 4th gear, I would say, and yes, he does. And now, out of the final corner, where is this lap going to put him? I think it should be better than Jundi and Deadly Muffin Man, but we'll see. Is it pole? Yes, it is, by 3/10 so far, but there's plenty of laps to be coming in. And Valtzi sets the pace now with a 22.0 and immediately beaten by Ibrahim on a 21.7. And Sautub goes to P4. Let's go watch... who do I watch? King Dream. One of my favourites and a D3 favourite. Not to win, but he's just a liked guy. And he's struggling a little bit on his lap, but he's here to have fun, and I'd say he's doing that right now. Out the final corner, bits squirrely on the exit from him. It's not just because of the missed apex. And 24.8. King Gaz now on his hot lap. Let's get this thing started properly with a championship contender, King Gaz. Shifty Wizard, the championship leader, is still in the pit lane. And King Gaz is out on the track, setting the pace right now. Through the first sector we go, 26.8 first lap. Good stuff from King Gaz so far. And very, very late apex for turn 8. And now sweeping it right towards the Sector 3 complex. He's in Sector 2 right now, about to finish it off, and we've got 3 high-speed corners yet to come. First of all, flat out all the way, flat out again, and then this one you want to downshift, maybe lift off slightly, but King Gaz does neither and still keeps it flat, so he's proven me wrong right there. He does lift off plenty though for the penultimate corner, and now the final corner. Does he go down to 4th gear like everyone else? No, he keeps it in 5th gear. King Gaz is absolutely flying here, and this could be a lap that takes him quickest. Let's see what happens when he crosses the line. 3 tenths up on the field. 3.5 tenths. King Gaz is quicker. Very, very good stuff from King Gaz there. And that will be safely through to Q2. Chevy Wolves not doing anything. JW Curtis should be on a lap right now, and he is on a lap. Only 3rd gear out of that corner. Maybe he isn't on a lap. I'm mightily confused by that. I don't think he is. Lol, are you eating because of fasting just ending? Yes, I am, Rweb. I'm currently enjoying myself some nuggets and chips, because why not? Nuggets and fries, nuggets and chips, whatever you want to call it. And I am multitasking the comms here. For anyone unaware, fasting for Ramadan starts at like roughly 5 AM and ends right about now, so I'll certainly enjoy this. Thank you, Rweb. Oh. And here's to a D3 OG racing, back in D3 after serving a stint in D2. And let's see what he can do here. He was pretty quick last season. He's had a pretty poor start to the season in D2, but he's now back in D3 and ready to show his skills. Diamonds, I think Doctor has a quali ban and he forgot. He got reminded before the race. He was definitely tagged about it, so we could just take a look at that after. I think he's going to get disqualified from the race result, but don't quote me on that, because my role right now is commentator. I'll put the FIA cap on after the race. And thank you, Pickerick. I shall remember to do I Am Nothing by Whitney Houston, or one of those songs. I had one of them on repeat in on my headphones just before this stream, just so I could remember it. I'm still gonna like look at it off my phone because I'm no pro, but I'll give it my best shot. Chevy Wolves in the Ferrari. He was full time here, and now he's a reserve, and he's immediately invalid and into the pits. Ruben Scott crossing the line. He's a favourite to get a podium here, and he goes P5. Good lap from him. Ruben Scott has put in some very, very good drives in the past, and I suspect we'll get another good race from him today. Haskins on his first lap, going through the first sector. The Hungary pole man, actually. He got pole in D3 Hungary last week. Went on to take a podium and finish P3. So, very impressive outings from last time. And he's got another lap in Qatar now. Another race to prove himself as top of the pile in D3. Can he do it? There's some very, very fast drivers here that have been better than him so far, like Gaz and Shifty, Touj and Ibrahim. That he's gradually making his way up the standings. I think he's P6 or P7 right now. Can't remember fully, but he's doing well, especially the last race in Hungary really boosting him. Now going through the penultimate corner, nobody really hits that apex properly. Like, no one's hooking it up perfectly from what I've seen so far. I think that could be Shifty, but he's only gone P7. Wasn't watching his lap, but that's very uncharacteristic from him. We're watching Husky right now, coming up to the line, and that is P3, as I expected. Husky setting the pace here, doing very well. Still half a second off King Gaz. He is out for blood here. Oh. And Touj Derry himself now, the parodist of Wheel to Wheel now, formerly a parodist of HDR, and I think he'll be happy that he's racing today, because he almost didn't race, but he is racing, and that's a good thing, because he does drive very well, very quick driver, and he can really challenge for top 5 finishes. So let's see if he can pull it off again. I reckon he's got his own songs on his playlist during his quali laps. That feels like a very Touj thing to do. And out of the penultimate corner, I think that was a little bit better than what I've seen from other drivers. He is very close to that sausage curb at the final corner though. If you hit that, you'll be sent spinning right round. There is no mercy with that sausage curb on the inside. Touj up to the line, Touj into P5 and ahead of Jundi Sundi. But still a gap to the top 4 with Valtzi slotting himself in there as well. Charles Henry out the final corner. All his batteries being dumped for this lap. And he's now just got the run to the line. Where does he go? P5 next to his teammate. Very, very good lap from Charles Henry. And racing's invalid again. He's having a frankly embarrassing debut back in D3 right now. Chevy Wolves going for another lap of this circuit. He hasn't got a valid time on the board yet, but he can change that right now. Very wide of those apexes. He turned in too late for both of them. And as you see again, he doesn't use the full width of the track on the entry, which really compromises his apex speed. And you can see just how much time these guys lose, because some of them are very quick, but ultimately they're Division 3. So they're still learning and still getting faster as the races go on. But you can definitely see where the time is being dumped here, because that's another apex that could have been closer. A bit wide there as well. Diamonds, the esports sweat, criticizing D3 drivers. Yeah, oh, well, because, you know, these guys are actually my level. Like, I could never beat any of these guys. Like, if I was qualifying on this grid right now, I'd probably be behind Racing. Yeah. Chevy Wolves out of the final corner. It's been a lap where he can improve a lot, and he will have time for one final run. Short route to the line, and that's only P13. Save your ERS in Sector 2 if you know you know. No, I don't know, and no, not on a quali lap. I do not know. I only know your Hungary references. I'm guessing Qatar's a reference possibly for Gaz or Jundi to understand. Or maybe Husky. You're in a VC with a lot of people, actually. You know. How does R-Web get it? R-Web getting something before me is frankly a disaster. This would have been a great time to get some hydrates, by the way. Fresh. King Green into the pits. Is Chevy Wolves on another lap? Nope, he's just really, really slow on his in lap. Is he out of fuel? There's no way he's going for another run on the same tyres. Like, you'd have to be crazy. Dr. Comic, he has a quali ban, but he's gone out anyway, so he'll be, as from a commentator standpoint, DSQ'd after the race as far as I know, but from an FIA standpoint, I'll have to look at it with the other guys afterwards. But as just purely comms perspective, ignoring the fact that he's got a quali ban, I think, and that's just from what I've been told, he's half a second up on his time right now, which does put him into sour tub territory, but if he continues finding time, then he could catapult himself up into the top 5, which strictly from a driver's perspective, I think would be indicative of good pace from him. Eight tenths up on the Delta right now. That puts him ahead of Charles Henry and possibly able to challenge Haskell even. Oh, he's almost invalid, but he's really pushing the limits of this lap here. Turned in early for the final corner, and now it's the run to the line. This is a much cleaner lap than other laps we've seen from other drivers, and this could be a lap to take him up to P3, up to P5. Great stuff from him. 2 minutes to go in this session. If you're not out on the track right now, you are going to miss your hot lap. Shifty needs to get a time in. Championship leader here is down in P13. Webb is willing Florian on to Cook and make it into Q2. I am hoping and praying that Shifty gets through, and he does. P3. Good enough. Hope he's off the road and invalid. And he's already tried a lap, so I think this could be him out of another chance at a run. It could be. Who is on the lap? Dodger. Dodger, formerly at the regime last season, now racing for Aston Martin, is going through turn 8, the hairpin. Oh. Oh, Haas. Now just a King Groom spin. I wonder if he's doing this on full traction control. Because I feel like if you're on full TC, you can never spin. And even on medium, like, King Groom can be a good driver. And I think on medium TC, you shouldn't ever be spinning either from traction. You can spin from, like, bad car position, braking too late, etc. But Dodge again, a very nice slipstream, and up to P15 still, and he's got no more battery, so Dodger is on the cusp. JW Curtis also on the cusp. He was pretty quick in D2 last season, but now he's just not D2, D3. He was decently quick last season, like solidly in the midfield, but not today. Today he is down in P16 and desperately searching for more lap time with very limited battery. He's 2 tenths up, but he's going to run out of battery, and he goes very deep. And the exit almost drops it, and that is the checkered flag for almost half the field who are in the pits because they're safe. Checkered flag for Flandex as well, so we're just watching the bottom 5 drivers, see if any of them can try make it out of Q1. Ruben Scott is barely improving on this time. I think I saw the used tyres. Up to the line. P9. He didn't really need to go out again, but he did it to be safe. Sour Tub onto the front row with King Gaz. So that's both Alpha Tauri drivers cooking. And Deadly Muffin Man is out. Deadly Muffin Man couldn't improve. And Curtis is out of fuel on his hot lap. Oh, yikes, Curtis. Oh, poor Curtis. Chevy Wolves up to the line. Gets through to Q2. Zedden is out as well. And that is your bottom 5 established with Curtis, Deadly Muffin Man, Zedden, King Greem, and Rayson. How has Rayson been out-qualified by King Greem and Zedden? Rayson, how did you not get one lap in? Like, not even one valid lap. I'm sorry, but for Rayson standards, last in D3, mate. I swear you got, like, podium last season or something. You were good last season, mate. What the hell's happened to Rayson? I hadn't practiced, so I was pushing way too hard 2 laps, so I gave up. Oh. I think after your first run, you could have seen that you needed a 22.9 to get through. Like, 22.9 is nothing, quite frankly, for you. That is your Q1 results. King Gaz tops the tyro sheets for now, with Sautub in P2 alongside him. Then Ibrahim, Shifty, Haskival, Dr. Comic, and gotta highlight this guy because I think he's got a quali ban. Then Lemon, Charles Henry, Touge, Ruben Scott, Jindy, Flandex, Chevy, Dodger, Curtis, Muffin Man, Zen, King Greem, and Rayson starting at the back of the grid. So Rayson last to first challenge. And that is your order for now. Curtis robbed. I always have bad quality pace around here. That's slow, but I just thought I might as well have some fun. I'm not here for championship, here for fun. Rayson being positive. We are living in a new world, guys. Rayson with optimism, with a smile on his face as he starts last on the grid. Hey, can I tell you what happened when I started, the last time I started from P20 on the grid? Hey, Arweb, I think you would know this. Mexico, AERS, Tier 2, Esports, and I got taken out after 14 seconds. So, I hope that doesn't happen to you, Rayson, but if that's the comms curse at work, then I'm not complaining. So, yeah. I think Ollie's reported it now, though. I hope that guy gets a big pen, because, quite frankly, he's just moved over on me. Gaz needs the comms curse. Oh, yeah, he does. Right. King Gaz here, he's in the pits right now, but he is a strong driver around Qatar. Like, I genuinely believe, for sure, not comms cursing him at all, that he is going to be able to challenge Shifty this weekend and beat him in the race for the first time since Texas, round 1. I think King Gaz can do it, so we'll see how it goes. Stein cheering for Ferrari, Forza Ferrari. Husky's your only driver scoring points, by the way. Wait. Yeah, because the other guy is just not here anymore. It just didn't turn up. I think he checked in, but I don't know. But it's Husky bringing the points for you, Stein. Ibrahim is on his lap at the moment, doing pretty well. Watching the Alfa Romeo right now, and let's get some telemetry up, because I feel like you kind of need that to watch a quali lap. Can't be forgetting the basics here. Ibrahim TTV. Streams on Twitch apparently. Does Ibrahim? Didn't know that. Should have been able to tell by the TTV, but I have to pop into an Ibrahim stream sometime. You can see, I think he's doing quite well, because those lines are looking decent for Division 3. I think he could get himself up into the top 3 by the end of Q1. 53.9. I haven't actually checked his time against the other times in Q1, so I don't know if that's fast, but it looks fast to me. I'm pretty impressed with the way he's driving right now. Ibrahim is absolutely flying here. Both his Alfa Romeo teammates, Arweb, his TP, and Ice Cream are cheering him on from chat. And Ibrahim is now going to come up to the line. How hard does he cook? And the answer is a 21.4. For Q2, not bad. I think that alone might be enough. Good stuff from Ibrahim. And Flandex, his teammate, crossing the line 1.5 seconds away. You never want to be 1.5 seconds off your teammate. And that is the situation that Flandex is in. Jundi coming up to the line. Can he sandwich the Alfa Romeos? Just about. He's only a 10th up on Flandex. That's a horrible lap from Jundi. He can definitely go faster. Ruben Scott coming up to the line. He's 2/10 off of what Ibrahim did. So I think he'll be ahead of Jundi for sure. And he's 7/10 off Ibrahim. So that's a lot of time he's lost in the final sector of the lap. And Lehman now through the penultimate corner. AlphaTauri out of the way. Ibrahim will be pretty satisfied with the lap he's done there. And AlphaTauri stopped in sector 3, letting all those cars through. I can see 3 or 4 cars on the hot lap on the track map. And Lehman up to the line. P3 ahead of Jundi and Flandex. Valtzi into the box. And so is Charles Henry. Both McLaren drivers pitting at the same time. And Dodger sets a non-existent lap. And Sauertub is invalid, but he's using up his battery for no reason anyway. And Touge into the gravel. I think there are easier ways to let a driver through if that was you were planning. Gaz is not about to cook, says Eden. We'll see. Outlap turns into hot lap for King Gaz. Going into the first corner of the Qatar Lusail International Circuit. Smoothly in 5th gear, a little bit slidey on the exit, but he's using as much of the track as he will dare. On the exit, doing pretty good. Going up the gears into sector 2 now, through turn 4 and turn 5, this double apex corner, and now into the hairpin. That ends off sector 1 right there, and that is a 26.739, and that is a pretty good first sector time, and I think this could be the time that takes him ahead of Ibrahim. We'll see as the lap develops how it goes for him. And now this is all completely flat out, and now you want to be downshifting to 4th gear, which he does perfectly as it states on paper. And now he wants to be up through the gears, and you'll be flat out for the next 2 corners. 53.9, he's matching Ibrahim there. I think that's roughly where Ibrahim was at with his times. And now he's still flat out through the 3rd part. Most drivers have not been doing that. And even the 4th part. Oh, he's invalid! And Kingaz invalidates what could be a very, very good lap there. And we're not going to see the end result of it because he has invalidated. Fuge and Doctor are invalid, so there is no one on laps right now, which leaves a little bit of snacking time. And Zedden was right. I forgot that. He said King Gaz is not about to cook, and he did not cook. So Zedden might have more power than me with his curses. I think his curse game is on point. Dodger got up to P3 in the meantime. I didn't even notice, but Dodger's starting to cook a little bit. I mean, the pan is still a bit lukewarm, but I think he can find more time in that lap. But there's nothing to watch right now. So, here's a good time to tell you. Have you followed the Twitch yet? You better follow it. Don't you want to see more racing? Rise, he's referring to how he said King Gaz is not going to cook, and then King Gaz did not cook by invalidating the lap, so yeah. Slow and steady into the pits. Let's watch the Ferrari of Chevy Wolves finish this sector one time. Into the... Oh, he's invalid. I think that is the comms curse in its prime right there. And now Tushterry. 27-0 first sector time. I don't think that's particularly good from what I remember. Yeah, Ferrari! Hey, says Stein. Your Ferrari driver is on his outlap right now. Hi, Stein. I didn't forget to post drip, by the way. And Touj is half a second off Ibrahim. I always think about that driver swap between Touj and Ibrahim from Alfa Romeo to Haas. Like, anytime one outperforms the other, you have to think about it. You just have to. It's like legally required. I know Jamie Hester does prioritize making songs over the actual points, as he said. But, you know, it could be nice to score some points as well. Tuishteri scoring himself P6, and the reason why I went off, and because Chevy was invalid, he was way invalid at the start of the lap. Now we can watch Husky. He's your actual Ferrari on his lap right now. Into turn 1, Shifty goes to the front row. In the meantime, anti-comms curse, says Stone. Have I lost my power? No! Shifty's not faster than Ibrahim. That's weird. I expected more from him. If it's on used tyres, that's totally fine by me. The field spread is very, very wide here between P1 and P9. Alfa Romeo sandwich for the entire field right now. Just let him cook, declares Stein. Free my boy Husky. And he's 2/10 down on Ibrahim, but who cares? Because it's still a great lap, and all he needs to do is get into Q3 right now, which he most certainly will if he keeps going at this pace. I think he'll end the lap ahead of Charles Henry, but behind Shifty. Husky's taken a massive pace step up since last season, and it's been really impressive to see from him, really. I think I'd like to put that down from Stein doing a good job. Nah, I'm kidding. It's because Husky has skill. P3, as I said it. Very, very good lap. No, you didn't, R-Web. Mate, I literally checked the short quali pole time for tier 1 of a league I used to be in, CDR, and their pole was a 20.5, and those are some pretty quick drivers. You didn't do 20.2. 22.2. Yeah, that sounds a bit more realistic. R-Web and Dodger. Ha! Isn't that a nice combo of names to put together? R-Web thought he was an esports driver for a sec. King Gaz is cooking now. Femboy Zen, he needs to hope that his curse works again, because King Gaz is a 10th up on Ibrahim, and this could be Gaz going to the top of the timesheets for the second qualifying session in a row. Around the final corner now, sends it in early, sends it in deep, out of the final corner. It's a straight line run to the line, and what's he doing? P1, 2/10 up on the field and safely through to Q3. I was too late with the comms curse this time. You're not powerful enough. Is Doctor on a representative lap? We'll see. We'll check that sector 2 split. 54, I can't see because it's blocking. 54.5. That's a bit slow. Bit of a turtle here. I think it'll be around Ruben Scott Dodger territory. Good day, Diamonds. Oh, hello, Link. And you highlighted it just to make sure the day is good. Yes, the day has most certainly been good. 22.2 at the R-Web pace. But I did a 20.6 yesterday in Q2. You sure that's not another typo? Oh, thank you. Hydrate, yay! Thanks, Pookie. Chevy Wolves is not doing well. I don't think he's making it into Q3 with those lines, but we'll see. Stein will be cheering him on despite the fact that Chevy's now a reserve. He was full-time at Ferrari, but now he's not full-time at Ferrari. He is a reserve driver for Ferrari. Oh, how the slightly mighty have fallen. He's taking that short route to the line all the time. It's not faster, and it shows because he's only P12. He's the only driver in the field who's taken that short line, and it's not helping. Sauertub behind him takes the conventional line and goes up into P5. Why is Doctor still doing his quali? Because he did not listen to instructions, and don't worry, that's FIA problem after the race. And I say that like I'm not going to be involved in that investigation, because I am going to be involved. Me and the other stewards will look at that afterwards, because he should not be qualifying right now. Valtteri starts his final hot lap of the session, and he needs to make this count because he has not got a valid time in for the rest of qualifying. He has no bank to go off of, so he is starting P15 if he does not absolutely nail this lap as we speak. Down to 4th gear. Kingaz was in 5th gear, so that just shows the skill difference between the two drivers. Again, down to 4th gear. Kingaz in 5th gear. We can just keep comparing him to the leader as we watch him casually bleed off all the lap time he needs to get into Q3. But Valtteri through these corners, it's fast enough for Q3. He won't be challenging near the front, but that's not what he needs right now. He just needs to get into the top 10 right now. Stein says I'm anti-cheering him on. I'll stop posting anti-drip tomorrow if you want. And Dr. Comic has now chosen to retire from session. Not because it's actually... no. Whereas our second D3 driver, Deadly Muffin Man, got knocked out in Q1. It was not a good showing. But Shifty's doing better. Valtteri through Sector 3, I'd say, is not terrible, but he needs to be pushing this car way harder than he is right now. This McLaren can go way faster, mate. You need to get the pace out of it, get the gears on, and goes up to P7. I take my words back because he is safely through to Q3 as it stands, unless the drivers behind him start throwing in improvements, and one of them does. I couldn't see who, but someone's just jumped it up the order. Lemon into P10, Dr. Comic out in Q2, and Flandex, Trouge and Dodger are also out. Chevy is out as well. So that is your 5 drivers out, and Ruben Scott doesn't even need to finish the lap, but he will anyway just to get that practice in for the crucial one of Q3. Needs to get his eye in here, and P6 is not a bad going. Get that Chevy, Sir Stein. I think the biggest surprise here, Touge out in Q2. Not cooking. He's getting cooked by the Qatar heat, quite frankly. What happened to Touge? He was a good singer. He didn't sing fast enough. And now, once I finish up my food, I shall go through with Pickle Rick from last week and what he wants. You'll see. It will be a song I'm not familiar with, but fuck it. We have to give it a shot, don't we? And King Gaz, once again, top of Q2. Ibrahim in P2 instead of P3 this time. Shifty in the top 3. Husky Sour Tub. Sauertub P5 instead of P2, but he won't care because he is safely through to Q3. He just needs to get his eye in for the final part of qualifying now. And then Sauertub, we already mentioned him. Ruben Scott, Jundi, Shells, Henry, Valt, and Lehman are the guys that are getting through to Q3. And your 5 guys that are out, Dr. Comic, Dodger, Flandex, Twoosh, and Chevy all have 12 minutes to themselves to do absolutely nothing. But if I was them, I'd be watching the laps of other drivers and trying to learn off of them, because that's what I do whenever I always get knocked out in Q1. Those who have seen my Division 1 qualifying will know just how shit I can be. And Q3 is go! Not for anyone yet, because they're all still in the pits. I'm quite enjoying the sound my bottle makes. I don't know if you can hear it, but... slightly menacing. There we go, we got some cars on the track. Heskey is third out of the box, and Ibrahim is always first out. Always, every single time I see this guy race, he always does this. Illegal hydrate. Oh no. Oh, sorry, OM. No. So what's the penalty then? Prison? Oh, thank you. Now I can hydrate. Don't do it. Oh, are you paying it for me? Oh, okay. You're keeping me out of prison. Remember, you can ride on board with any of the 10 drivers left in qualifying, not by pressing your red button on your remote, but just by clicking to chat and going spectate a driver and choosing the driver you want to spectate through your Twitch points. This is now the calm before the storm. Everyone out except King Gaz. But I think Gaz is in the right here. Because you don't need to go out this early. But it's D3 so they do. But Gaz going out now. He's going to be probably towing some cars by accident. He might tow Ibrahim out of the pits. But we'll see. Ibrahim now starts his final flying lap. Or his first flying lap of Q3. If it's his final one, then we're going to assume he crashed. Let's hope that happens, actually. I'm joking. Ibrahim down to turn 1. Very, very late turning compared to what I've seen. Just about gets us stopped on that apex nicely. And now into turn 2 and turn 3. He gets very, very close on that curb. That is the closest on the curb I've seen from any driver this race weekend so far. Ibrahim is so close on that track limits. I'm frankly impressed he has not invalidated yet. 26.7. He is going to set pole because he is the first man to set a lap. And what a slipstream he's got off King Gaz there. King Gaz getting absolutely played on his outlap. Ibrahim will probably gain a few hundredths of a second from that. But every single bit of time you can find around this track counts when it's such stiff competition at the top of this field. Ibrahim now has got 3 flat-out corners to negotiate at full speed. And what's the sector time? Only a 10th up on what his previous Q2 one was after 2 sectors. Down to 6th gear, as is ideal. Ibrahim using as much of the track as he dares. Not on that exit though, he was very, very cautious. And now he's just got 1 corner left to go. All the hard work's been done. And now it's just the straight line run to the line, where whatever downforce he runs makes an impact on what his lap time at the end of it will be. Is it in the 20s? No, it isn't. It's 21.4. There's nowhere near. And we are going to watch Heskey go back into the pit lane because he is invalid. He did not cook. Sauertub up to the line. Sauertub's been especially quick this weekend. This could be the time where he challenges for pole. Is it going to be any sort of challenge? No, it's not. Absolutely not. I misphrased. But Lehman gets a teeny bit closer, but still not really. And Valtzi. Nope. It's in P3. Jundi. Nope. They're all setting the same lap times. Shifty has to, and he does. 0.2 of a second away from Ibrahim. Shifty Wizard has put the pace on, and Charles Henry is up to the line, up into the top 3. He'll be very happy with that one. And now King Gaz is the only man on his hot lap right now, having taken his lap having taken his lap much later than everybody else. He will have the freshest, best track available to him. The Alfa Romeo up ahead of Ibrahim needs to make sure he's not towing anyone. Let's watch this. Good. Our web is only 2/10 up on D3. Okay. Our web. This is typically our web things, you know. Out of the final corner. What's it gonna be? Pole position by 1/10.5. King Gaz has maximized the extra track evolution and got himself pole position for now. And now everyone's gonna be back in the pits. Go. Why have I been getting ads when I'm on the Hyperdrive Racing account? This is absolute nonsense. I swear you can't get ads on your own content. Twitch is really fucking me over here. I've got one nugget and just a couple of fries left. And a teeny bit more ketchup. New stream watching diamonds eat. Damn right, oh web. Once I get my PC, I might just turn on my cam while I do this. I think that would be pretty funny. Ruben Scott starts his hot lap now, and we're going to put a fry. Oh. Into the first corner now, 5th gear. Let's watch this Aston Martin from the overhead shots instead of the onboard this time. You can't see much, I changed my mind. Now we ride on board for the better quality angle. Oh, I think he braked a bit early there. He's taking very, very cautious on his first hot lap of Q3. Really cautious. Is he even going to have enough time for 2 runs? I don't know. Oh, Ruben Scott disconnect. Oh no, that is not good. Okay. We need to make sure this guy gets enough time to set his lap. There we go. Shifty is not going to be the first man to start his final hot lap. It'll be Sour Tub. I also like to point out that R-Web still spells my name wrong. He will never learn. Right, I just got to put the plate away. Sour Tub now going through the final corner. He shall be starting his lap very shortly. And starts his lap now. This is where he's got to make it count, but he's really late on the brakes, late on the apex, and late on the exit. Overall, just a day late to that entire corner. I can spell your name, just not your Discord name. But my real name is arguably a bit harder, but please don't spell it. Thank you. Sourtub going through the first sector. He's down on his delta. And that is not good news for Sourtub, because he needs to get a better lap here if he wants to start higher on the grid. We're Will Buxton here, frankly. Rweb saying slow. You know it's bad when you're getting roasted by Rweb of all people for being slow. Come on, Sourtub, you need to pick up the pace a little bit here, because frankly, getting violated by Rweb is not a career aspiration for me. Sourtub is 6/10 down. He's a 10.5 down on himself. This is no, and he's invalid, and Sourtub's qualifying is ruined. 8th on the grid will be his best. And Valtzy and Charles Henry are charging behind him. Charles Henry at outlap speed and Valtzy at hot lap speed. But if they get this right, you know, Charles Henry could feed his teammate a slipstream. Nope, he does not. Never mind, but I think he could have waited for Valtzy to give him a slipstream, but I don't know. McLaren's, you got to be a bit smarter than that. Valtzy up to the line. Is he going to jump past Sourtub? He was already past, but he goes up to P4 now. And Sourtub has a very sorry lap back to the pits. And Shifty goes to pole position with a 120.946. We missed a lap in the meantime, but what a lap he has put together right at the death. But there's a minute and a half plus 3 minutes after the checkered flag for anyone to beat that pace. Shifty's gone out and done his final lap as early as humanly possible, and this is going to be a lap now for the field to catch, because that is half a second up on Ibrahim and 4/10 up on Kingaz. That is the Shifty pace. It's Ibrahim. How has Ibrahim set another lap? Either way, he has not improved enough. He is still on the front row. Too late, Rweb. We're watching Kingaz start his lap. Is there anyone ending their lap? Yeah, Charles Henry is ending his final hot lap, so let's watch this right now. His battery's down to 0. His pace is up to P4. Lehman into turn 1, and Jundi is in the first sector. Let's watch Jundi Cindy. Nope, I want to watch Kingaz because he's faster. Oh, someone in the gravel! Charles Henry is way wide of turn 1. That is not where the corner goes, buddy. And Kingaz is a 10th up on his time. He needs to find another 3/10 here if he wants to challenge for pole position. It's Kingaz versus Shifty, because Ibrahim has taken himself out of the equation by doing his final lap so early. Kingaz is trying to maximise the track evolution all the way to its fullest. And this is his chance now, being wheeled on by Tiger. It's a bit oversteery through Sector 2. Can he beat the Shifty Wizard pole time? It's a very quick lap. He's set at the death. But Kingaz can certainly go quicker. And he is going a bit quicker. He's 2/10 up now. But he needs to find even more time through this third sector. Going flat out through these corners now. Ibrahim lets him through without any trouble. And Kingaz gets that penultimate corner absolutely spot on. And this could be the lap that puts Kingaz onto pole position for the Qatar Grand Prix. It looks like it's not going to be Husky at the moment unless he sets a miracle. Kingaz, this is his chance for pole. Is he going to take it? He's up to the front row, but he's 0.006 of a second off. And Husky's in P5, so not pole position again. And that's Shifty taking pole position for Mercedes for the Qatar Grand Prix. And what a qualifying that was. Kingaz only 0.006 of a second off of Shifty Wizard's best lap. And Charles Henry coasts to the line, P6. And that is Shifty Wizard on pole position. Alright, now this is where things are going to get a little bit embarrassing, because our Nah, I've seen something else. But King Gaz on the front row. P1, P1, and then right to the death, P2. And Shifty Wizard, pole position for the Qatar Grand Prix, followed by Gaz Ibrahim, Jundi Haski, Charles, Wout, Lemon, Saltop, and Ruben Scott. Quick toilet stop, and then we are back. There'll be a break anyway before the race, as long as nobody revs up too early. Okay, now, which song was it that Pickle Rick was looking for? And nobody should ready up, because you're not supposed to ready up on the grid. Hey, if anyone has to put out that announcement, it's you guys. Right, we are just gonna... Where's that song? Where's that damn song? Which one? I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. Okay. If the race start goes, I'm gonna have to abort this, by the way. But I'll try to get through as much of it as I can before they start. I hope this is not copyright. It is going to be copyright, but I hope it's going to take down the stream. It should only mute it. But I've just got it open on my phone right now, and we shall start for Pickle Rick. I do not know. Right, let's do this. I know this song absolutely nothing, but... Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. I was so off there. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold back again. The passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. How the hell does she stretch it this long? Make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. If I don't have you... I can't fucking stretch this. I'll try. You see through right to the heart of me. You break down my walls with the strength of your love. Right, that is... Diamond, you got a meme comp coming soon if you continue up with this singing. I was legally required to do this because someone requested it last stream and the comms couldn't get around to it. So I ended up having to be that guy. So yeah, I am just unlimited meme material now. Alright, happy? Nice performance, mate. Yeah, thanks, I tried, but really flopped that. Are we readying up now? I don't know yet. I'll just check when the ready up time has been scheduled for. It's been scheduled for now! 5 red lights for the Qatar Grand Prix! And it's lights out and away we go. Shifty Wizard gets a good start from Kingaz. I think Kingaz might have done slightly better. Yes, he has, because even on the hard tyres, he's alongside the Mercedes. Can he get ahead into the first corner? We're about to find out. Shifty's trying to hold this around the outside, and I think these medium tyres are going to give him the extra grip. Kingaz is trying to get involved some more, and now they're wheel to wheel going out of the first sector, and Kingaz is ahead of Shifty. That is Kingaz into the lead of the race. Ibrahim in P2. Shifty's lost 2 places off the start immediately. Not the ideal start at all for him. Jundi stays in P4. Husky stays in P5. Lehman's up 2 places. Very, very good stuff. But he's lost one of them because Charles Henry is back where he started in P6. Ibrahim, of all people, has now taken the lead of the Qatar Grand Prix. Gaz's hard tyres did not have any grip there for him. And now Ibrahim's suddenly taken the lead of this race. Zedin has been spun at the back of the pack, and Shifty needs to get past early. He's burning the battery as he can. Kingaz is burning it more though, and Shifty will have to sit back as Ibrahim is trying to get away from Kingaz in the lead of the race. I'll clip the bit that says I can't stretch it that, but whoa, Racing, please. Wait, no, that's our web. I thought Racing would be that sus, but Racing's driving right now, so oh, sorry, our web. I'm scared of our web now. He used to be cute, but he's just scary now. And Jundi's dropped to the back of the pack. He's had a spin, he's had an incident, and that is Jundi at the back of the pack. Has he got damage to his wing? Let's check. Nope. Let's pan now into the midfield battle where there's an Aston Martin battling. Rayson's up 8 places on lap 1. Big kudos to this guy, starting in last, and he's up to P12. This is the Racing I know, and Jundi has retired from session. He is out, and that is a immediate safety car, and I'm expecting Jundi to go on a run after a race. Okay, nope, that looks like he's binned it himself. I don't think someone's managed to put him into a barrier that remote, but I think Jundi being out of the race, not good for the Red Bull Championship campaign. Very, very unlucky, and I'm going to read the chat to see what Jundi said, because he will always have something to say, and no, nothing so far. Now, it says softs are viable, but they're just not. Softs are just not viable here, I'm sorry. Ibrahim trying the diamond strategy of trying to fake it out in the pit lane. I did that in Texas in a different league, and it somewhat worked. And Deadly Muffin Man has stayed out. Okay. And so is Husky. Chevy Wolves also stays out. I'd box if I were them, but I'm not the strategist for this race. My time comes for D1. And let's read the Discord, because Jundi's put it there for everyone to see. Quote unquote, get the fuck out of here, you utter wet wipe. Feck off. Yeah, typical. Typical. Yeah, that sounds like it. Jundi's unlimited source of entertainment. I think Husky and Jundi collided. Oh, okay, that's not nice. I thought Jundi binned it on his own, because it looked like where he would, because Emu binned it in the same place last time. Unusual DM activity? under the safety car right now. Ibrahim leading the way. Right, so we are... We're just talking with my team in the chat, texting them because I could yeah, we can. Texting's fine. Wait, Diamonds check. You were my last DM. Wait, what? Hey, I'm not sus. And also, how are you last DM? Because I've DM'd 1, 2, 3. Oh god, I've DM'd 8 people since you. I think it's because of the Valtzy hack yesterday. Because like Valtzy's account got compromised, so it could be that. Was that yesterday? I don't know. Few days ago. Shifty Wizard is a bit slow. And let's look to the lead now, because Ibrahim will be conducting this restart. And Ibrahim is never your typical driver for any form of racing. He never does. He'll never do what you expect. He is the guy you expect the unexpected from. So let's see what we have from this restart. You can't make any predictions into what Ibrahim's going to do for this restart. He's gone very early. Very, very early. Like, I think he might overtake the safety car levels of early because the game artificially restricts you. Let's see how this goes. Ibrahim weaving down the straight to get King Gaz away, and he's done that successfully. Shifty in hot pursuit behind him, and Charles Henry has got a very, very poor restart. Valtzy behind Charles Henry. There could be a little bit of McLaren teammate feud going on. Yeah, they're slowing each other down. I thought he was going to let him through there for a second, but nope, that's not how it's going to work for the two McLaren drivers. They could have teamed better in qualifying, and now they could team better in the race. I'm surprised Death Star hasn't popped in, because he's usually the #1 guy that makes me do comms karaoke payments. Like, this guy's made me do Taylor Swift before, Ava Max before, Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa. Basically, every single white girl music thing you can think of, this guy's made me do it. And Ibrahim is starting to get out of DRS range, and that is a double-edged sword for Shifty right now. Because, on the one hand, if Gaz doesn't have DRS, he is easy pickings. But on the other hand, if Ibrahim's out of DRS, it's going to be very, very difficult to catch him from here. But King Gaz will have a little bit of a benefit on those hard tyres, that they can go longer than the mediums, and he'll be on faster tyres at the end, barring any sort of safety car shenanigans that occurs. But that's very, very likely, because this is Division 3 and safety cars are plentiful. And Shifty Wizard is going for P2. Did I just see him lift off there? Might be telemetry bugging, but I swear I just saw him lift off. That was a bit confusing. And Lehman around the outside of Sourtub, medium versus hard tyres, almost breaching the track limits, trying this, and now Sourtub is the man on the outside, and now Lehman's ahead. Sourtub is absolutely taking the risk here. He's risking his entire race for this position, and stays ahead for now. We can get a good view of this battle from the Aston Martin's perspective. Sourtub and Lehman are just about holding on, and Dodger on the soft tyres is doing very well. Those tyres are going to die off very quickly, but he will enjoy the life they have for the rest of this lap. Maybe 2 more laps and then they're absolutely punctured, because tyres around Qatar get shredded very quickly. And that was a reset to track from Chevy I saw on the track map, so if you want to catch up on him after that, I'm very caught that. Lap 6 of the race, anyone want to clip that, that would be fine by me. But yeah, I saw Chevy teleport back onto the track, so that's a reset. Which you can't do, but it's Chevy. 2 McLarens are feeding each other DRS now. That does protect from Dodger, but Charles Henry has a lot more battery, so it's going to be a very, very hard pass to make. Mars saying I won't be racing tomorrow. Ah, that's sad. I wanted to see you race, but not even my wheel wants to do Qatar. Oh, your wheel's given up. That's even sadder. No, the clamp just broke. Well, at least you got that 2-week holiday to get it fixed now, because after Qatar there's a 1-week break to Monza. And Lehman is still ahead of Sourtub, and he's got ahead of Sourtub actually, not stayed ahead, but Sourtub is going to be on his gearbox very, very shortly, because the medium tyres will die off in the next few laps or so. I think they can go up to lap 12, lap 13 before you really notice the tyre wear on them, to the point where you have to box. Wait, next week is the break. Yes, perfect, because my nephew was going to come over. What happened to Jundi? I thought he binned it on his own at turn 1 in the same way that Emu did in season 1, but apparently he collided with Husky, and I have not seen that, so we find out after the race, I guess. Ibrahim is leading the train of leaders right now. The conductor, the middleman, and the, I don't know, rear gunner. Yeah, Shifty, the rear gunner, watching on as Gaz might be aggressive here, and he is going to be aggressive. He's going to go for the lead of the race right now. He's trying it, and he succeeds in doing so. Ibrahim tried to use a bit of battery, but Kingas has gone for the lead and has taken the lead, and that is Ibrahim down to P2. I thought he'd gap him, but he has not. I think that safety car brought Kingas back into contention, because he's warmed his tyres up a little bit better than Ibrahim has, and Ruben Scott will be the next man to try overtake Sourtub. Sourtub is not going to attack, he's going to defend, and is he going to get the defense successful? Yes, he is. He stays ahead, and Dodger's getting away in this meantime. Sourtub up to P7. I'm getting confused here if Sourtub's passing or defending. I think he's passing. But Dodger is keeping this gap pretty stable, considering he's on soft tyres. That's the track limits warning he probably gets. You can spot that coming from a mile away. A lot of track limits penalties down the field. Racing has one, as expected. King Green has one. Dr. Comic has one, but his race doesn't matter because he's pretty much DSQ'd anyway. Zn P18, no wait, Zn P17. Deadly Muffin Man having a wretched race so far, P18. Chevy Wolves is P19. And King Green is off the road, and King Green's letting cars through now, and King Green is down towards P17. Chevy Wolves 3-second time penalty, couple cars into the pit lane. It's a bit early to be in the pits, but they're boxing. I can see that's Williams or Alpine. Dr. Comic, yeah. Is he boxing, or it's too early to box? So, front wing damage. Yeah, front wing damage. Kingaz and Ibrahim for the lead. Shifty's starting to fall off this pack. But Kingaz has more battery and track position right now. Ibrahim has DRS, which is very powerful at Qatar. But there is an entire lap to get away. It's sort of like the Imola situation I had with Ibrahim. Well, only one DRS zone, but it's a very clear overtaking chance. And very good to make passes there. Charles Henry versus Dodger is looking to be compelling as they're both off the road, and Dodger's now going for it with Charles Henry. Suddenly he's on his gearbox and now he's alongside him and now he's pulling ahead of him. Can Dodger get this move done? And yes, he does. Down the inside into the flat out high speed turn 11, and that is a move for fifth place. King Green has spun again. I can see the yellow flag. The three leaders locked together. How do we label these guys? How about the King, Lightning McQueen, and Chick Hicks? I think that works. Or do I need to reorder the names? But either way, three leaders fighting for P1 right now. And they're kind of locked in a stalemate. Ibrahim and Shifty both will be boxing before King Gaz. And any safety car intervention after they box is going to play perfectly into King Gaz's hands. But on the other hand, if a safety car comes out right now, Gaz is screwed. Oh, Dodger's down the order. And Dodger's lost his front wing. And the safety car is out on cue. And King Gaz's race is going to get destroyed here because he now has to box for mediums. And Dodger's lost his front wing. And the second safety car of this race is out. Driving as the number 69. Very nice number, not a very nice spin though, and he's down to P13 and ruining what was a very good race he was building. If you can still hear me eating, it's because my brother delivered me a bowl of almonds. I guess you could say I'm having these nuts. And now into the pit lane. There is no speed limit here, so I want to see someone try a pit lane overtake, because I've done it before at Qatar, and I want to see someone do it. Racing, you can do it, mate. You can do it. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you. Go on. Right, just speed into the pits, mate. You're allowed to. Oh, he's done it! He's done it! Oh, racing! Absolute baller! Wow, mate. I love that from you. Let's go! Triple overtake in the pit lane. Racing is absolutely cooking there, and it's technically legal because the pit lane is not part of the racetrack. Love that from Racing. Racing is my man for having the balls to try that. Ibrahim passed King, as it said, but then he didn't pass him. So, what's the tyre situation? Okay. Right, so safety car will be in next lap, I think. And that leaves like 70 laps of racing action. Gaz, Ibrahim, Shifty, the three race leaders. But Voutsy and Charles Henry are equally back in this. Dodger's boxing. Did he overtake cars? I think he did. Wait, did he stay out with a broken wing? We can check fuel on their steering wheel, can't we? Yeah. Does it let you go cockpit? No, it doesn't. Never mind. Wait, I can sort of read it. So, 2.5, 2.2. 3 point. Okay, Gaz is overfueled by a lot. And now Gaz on the restart instead of Ibrahim. But Gaz is in a lot of trouble here because I don't think these mediums are making it to the end unless by some miracle he can hold on. But out of the final corner, when does he go? He's not going early, he's going late. And he has to just catch Ibrahim with a brake. Basically, he needs to make sure Ibrahim has to lift off to not run into the back of the Gaz, and then he has to go for it. Is he going to pin it? He pins it. He had to wait for him to lift off, and that's what he has done. And King Gaz is now away and clear. He has the tire advantage in the meantime until he has to box, which he's going to need a safety car to bail him out. Because his strategy has not worked so far, and it could just be Ibrahim versus Shifty for this race win. South Hub, Racing and Lehman in a 3-car battle. Racing down 2 places from this restart already. He's gone wide, and he's damaged, and he's in the gravel, and his wheel might be disconnected, or what has happened here? Okay. I think, oh, Racing's missing an end plate. You can see the damage. How do you know the fuel? You check it on the steering wheel. South Tub 3-second time penalty. That's a significant one. Mediums will not make it to the end. Hards might, but you're gonna have to do a quick pray to Allah for that to work, quite frankly, because Qatar tyre wear is absolutely killer. That could be another safety car. Dr. Comic has spun. Couple incidents going on. Both Alpines are having disasters together. Look at that. Things are getting very French, and he's crashed on purpose. Has Racing. Ah! Not again. Idiot. Alright, so that's the second time he's, okay. Okay, you want to clip that, Mars? Okay. That's the third safety car of the night. Safety car, safety car. No overtaking until the safety car goes in. What's happened to Shifty? I didn't see that. Huh? Has he just gone off the track under the safety car? We missed whatever happened there. $157 comments. Time to spend some points. Dumb song. Gom's karaoke for a song I actually like. Oh yes! We like that. We like embarrassing ourselves to songs we know. Embarrassing ourselves to songs we don't know is significantly less fun in my opinion. AlphaTauri trying to fake it. Fake it till you make it. Oh wait, Emu wants his track picks, doesn't he, for the thumbnail? Never forget. Disable, 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 disable. And onboard. Okay. I could do the full song here, mate. You said with certainty, I'm maybe the dumbest person that you've ever seen. You think you're hurting me, bet you won't believe it, but you kinda set me free. You've mentioned Adderall, slip this guy said it if he's bouncing off the wall. Honey, it's no big deal, we'll get you back to college, you can study something real. So if that's how you feel when we go down, when kingdom come, don't look at me, I'm much too dumb. I'd love to stay, but like you say, don't look at me, 'cause I got nothing in my head. Oh, in my head. Oh no, have we just disconnected whilst breaking up? I'd do it in, oh no, just Kingaz. Mess it up, I'll text you, that's enough. Oh, that means we have a random host now. Oh no. This could be a race crash, but hopefully not. Oh no. Well, it's a bit too late to, Your world is ending soon. Mine's a little better 'cause I never watch the news. You make my lunch today. I would do it, but I couldn't work my microwave. So if that's what you say, when we go down, come on guys, when kingdom come, don't look at me, I'm much too dumb. Ibrahim is now ghosting through King Gaz. Gaz has joined the session, but he's not taking control of his car for some reason, and he's just going to be a sitting duck to all the cars around him now. What's happened there? King Gaz sets a lap of 3 seconds. What? That was, okay? Wait, is it actually registered? 3 seconds. Oh, what has happened here? Mate, I sent you in, okay. And King Gaz is just dropping down the order. I feel sorry for him. And he's left the session again. If the lobby host disconnects now, this is going to be a bit disastrous. Sour Tub in P4. Valtzi and Charles Henry now on for a double podium. I did send him an invite. I sent him 3 now. I sent him 2 as soon as he disconnected under the safety car, and now I've sent him a 3rd one. Oh, does he need a 4th one? Well, he's joined now, but he keeps leaving. Ah, no! My console's crashed. Ah, that's amazing.
So as you see here, I'm just trying to go slow, not trying to get off track. And then I'll just go off track. And then by this point, I'm trying to turn into the pit lane, as you can see here. And I'm looking at this side of the screen right now, so I don't really see this. It wasn't really a big concerns. And I see it, and then I like try and turn, but then I just hit it.
So you straight lined the pit lane, and it wasn't on purpose?
It wasn't on purpose, no. If anything, I was quite angry because I had the pace to at least get points in that race. It's not like that.
On the other hand, it's pretty convenient because your teammate was last with medium tires and are coming in the end.
Do you want me to be honest? I didn't even notice that, and I thought it was going to stream hit me.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm willing to believe your explanation on the basis that you're shit. Kingaz restarts and Ibrahim into the first corner. I'll get off this VC, guys. Ibrahim ahead of Kingaz right now. Let's check everything is in order. Ibrahim boxed for new softs and Kingaz didn't. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like Gaz should have boxed. Oh, Gaz is a sitting duck here. Like, the entire field is boxed and he didn't. Okay, that was, Ibrahim going to the softs. I think they'll make it to the end, but just barely. But Gaz is a sitting duck for everyone else now. Valtzi's coming at him as well. Valtzi gaining on Gaz by the meter. Continues to gain on him. Every second he gets closer and closer and closer. He does not need DRS, or does he? He's gaining, and he's going to go for the move here. King Gaz almost defenseless. He is defenseless into the first corner. Valtzi going side by side with King Gaz, and Valtzi takes second place. Gaz tries to fight it, but he makes contact. Oversteers, and Sourtub is now the car behind him, and Gaz would be wise to let him through. A spin for Twooge, a spin for Chevy. Both of them spun around in sync, and that's their race is ruined. Chevy Wolves has DNF'd. You wake up at 5 AM to DNF every single race. Kinda sad, bit disappointing. One day he'll score points. Sourtub is trapped behind his teammate, and that's allowing Shifty to get to him. Gaz is not helping him at all. Gaz is frankly racing for himself only. Or does Sourtub need to back off the field and protect? But Sourtub, he could win this race depending on how the soft tyres react, because at this point any level of laps on a soft tyre is a risk. Sourtub, he might have to do some defending from Shifty. He does have to do some defending, but Shifty backs off and he just threatened him, really. A bark with no bite from Shifty for now. Sourtub is firmly trapped behind his teammate, or is he just being the buffer that King Gaz needs right now for the championship? I'd say Gaz has to get out of the way here for constructors, but I don't know. Sourtub could back off the field. Does he want to, though? And the AlphaTauris are trapping each other in. King Gaz has another slide. Kingaz is on the verge, and Shifty might dive down the inside, but he doesn't quite go for it. I would love to see him go for it, but realistically that's too risky for anyone to be bothered to try. Oh, Gaz desync. Maybe that's why it's so hard to pass him. It's turning into a laggy lobby right now. And Sourtub powers past his teammate. There'll be no team orders there. And Shifty is trying to take the chance. This is Shifty's chance. He's driving down the inside of Gaz. The two championship leaders going side by side. Shifty Wizard on fresher tyres. Shifty Wizard up to P4. And King Gaz's defence comes to an end because his teammate did not stay behind him, as rightfully so. And now King Gaz is left to drop down the order because of his safety car mishap. Shifty still on for a podium. Let that sink in. Despite somehow binning it under the safety car, Shifty is going to get a podium, and he's going to gain on his championship rival King Gaz. Ibrahim is on course for a very important win. He's been on a win streak across the leagues he races in. A win in wheel-to-wheel in Malur, and now a win in HDR Qatar. D1 there, D3 here. He's shining regardless. Sourtub 3 seconds again. Sourtub is horrible for track limits right now. And Valtzi is not managing his tyres very good. He's not managing his battery at all. He's down to the last 10% of his battery allocation. And Sourtub's getting closer. Sourtub is got the DRS. He's got the medium tyres as opposed to the soft start. Probably dying by now. And Sourtub's going to risk it down the inside. And they make contact. And Sourtub is going to be at fault for that. Valtzi is spun around. That is a bad attempt from Sourtub. That's going to be him being pinned the blame, I'd say, from my perspective as a commentator. He just took it too risky. He didn't get to that apex anywhere near close enough. And you've seen the disaster strike from there. He's spun out Valtzi and left him down the order. Really disappointing. Really disappointing to see it. But on the other hand, this is good news for the Mercedes and good news for the Williams, because Lehman could now get his first podium thanks to Sourtub spinning out Valtzi. Yep, 6 seconds of time pens. Curtis and Haskey are battling hard through the fast-flowing right-handers. Haskey ahead. But both of them holding each other up could let King Gaz off the hook here for his tyre strategy. And Sourtub, he's poor exit out of the final corner. And Shifty, he knows how to overtake around this place. He knows how to win around this place. Might not be a win today, but he is up into P2. And that's all he could hope for today after some of the mistakes he's made. He took pole position, but he had a mishap under the safety car. And that might have cost him the win. But Ibrahim has had a near flawless drive through all of this. Shifty up into P2. Sourtub is third. Lemon is fourth. Flandex has spun. Shifty Wizard now needs to close that gap up. 6 seconds is the gap. That is plenty of gap from Ibrahim to Shifty. but if his tyre punctures, which it might, because it's softs at Qatar, then Shifty needs to capitalise. And King Gaz, his mediums, probably will. It probably will. Oh wait, he's fighting Lehman. King Gaz down the inside on 8-lap older tyres. I did not see that coming. And Lehman has now just been overtaken by King Gaz. Oh no! Lehman's been taken off by Charles Henry. Ah! And he's reset to track. Ah. One McLaren gets spun, one McLaren causing a little bit of terrorism. Not a good day for D3. And he is binning it on purpose now. So, what do we want to say about that? Okay. He's still in the points, like... I think some of these guys forget there's points for top 12. I genuinely believe some of these guys forget it. Well, let's watch out for any more deliberate crashes. Off the track with no wing. Yeah, you never want to watch cars crash. I don't know, there are other racing games for that. Wreckfest is one. Like, I would recommend Wreckfest for like half the field today. I think that's a much better game to be playing than F1 23. Because frankly, you shouldn't be playing. Ah, you idiot! He's hit into Kingrime as well. Charles Henry cannot drive a car to save his life. And Kingrime is very lucky to have escaped unscraped. Now he's got his teammate behind him on the penultimate lap of the race. Is Touge going to overtake his teammate? Is Kingrime going to let him go? Two old drivers. Both of them have DRS. Can Kingrime stay ahead of his teammate? It doesn't matter though, because Kingrime has the track limits pen. One of these races where you just survive and score points. Ibrahim's still extending the gap on these softs. These soft tyres have way more durability than I expected. So kudos to Ibrahim for keeping these soft tyres alive for as long as he has. And Husky in P5, not doing a bad job on these tyres at all. Lehman now boxes, Charles Henry now boxes. Ibrahim gap at 6.3 seconds. The gap between the softs and mediums has definitely swung back in the favour of the mediums, but it is too little too late, unless there is a surprise puncture. King Gaz, Sourtub. Sourtub will... King Gaz gets a podium anyway out of this. Yeah, he does, actually. King Gaz is gaining. King Gaz, is he going to go for the pass? Sourtub lets him go. Okay. For the championship. Ruben Scott and Valtzi getting nice and personal, close and personal, but in a good way this time instead of a spin out. And Valtzi up back into P6, having been spun out by Sourtub earlier on. Sourtub's going to be in for a pen. That's going to be Husky up to P4, and Valtzi back up into P5. How are you going to get fastest lap, Diamond? I'm not. I'm just not. You're talking about me here, mate. I'm not. I could box for softs at the end and I'm not getting fastest lap. Delulu is not the Salulu. I am very realistic. No, because of the glitch. Oh wait. I don't think that one actually registered. Look, Ibrahim took the fastest lap off King Gaz, so it was just a visual bug. I should have said that on stream, but it turns out it was just visual, and I forgot to mention it. And now around the final corner, Ibrahim is going to take the Grand Prix win for Alfa Romeo and win the Qatar Grand Prix. Shifty Wizard, the championship leader, comes home to take second place and extend his championship lead over King Gaz in P3, Sourtub in P4, and Husky is up to P4 anyway, regardless of a Sourtub post-race penalty, thanks to the track limits warnings that Sourtub got over the race. Valtzi P6, Ruben Scott P7, JW Curtis P8, then Dodger, then Twishtery, and Kingrime somehow got overtaken by Deadly Muffin Man and all of that, but Kingrime is going to pick up his first point, I think. Kingrime ends up ahead of Deadly Muffin Man, 2 points. So double points for Haas. Not bad, if you discount the fact they finished P10 and P11, but double points is double points regardless. Deadly Muffin Man out of the points now because of just how many track limit penalties he got. And Charles Henry finishing off the race as a consolation in P14. And Lehman finishing off the race as a sadder consolation because he could have actually done well, but he got spun out. P15. And then 5 DNF'd cars, Jundi Racing Zen, Doctor and Chevy. Okay, that is race done and dusted. Ibrahim wins the race, and then Shifty, Gaz, Husky, Southam, Hatsu, Ruben Scott, Curtis, Dodger, Touche, Derek King, Greenfield, and Nix, Deli Muffin Man, Charles, Henry, Lebed, Chevy Wolves, Dr. Comic Zen, Racing, and Jundi Sundi is your 20 cars. Oh, that is a lot. That is a lot. Oh, filthy. Filthy. Oh, look at this mess. Look at this mess. Alright, Ibrahim, driver of the day. And who do I want to give driver of the day to? Because does anyone really deserve it, though? I mean, Ibrahim's a pretty obvious one, but and then post-race interviews. Do I really want to do this? Right, voice chat it is. I'm not gonna talk to somebody else. Okay. Do I have to do this? I could do this, and I should do this. There's not a lot of people I would like to talk to right now, because a lot of them had some bad races, but there are some drivers I would quite like to talk to. Ibrahim, he had a good race, good drive, plenty to talk about there, that's positive. Shifty apparently got spun by Ibrahim's AI under the safety car. That was very unlucky, but he had a clean race, so I think there's some stuff we can talk about there if any of them join. Otherwise, we'll be ending off the stream. Right, Mr. Race Winner himself. Hello, you can unmute yourself. Ibrahim, you there? My VC's kind of... my interface is glitching on the VC. Okay, so... Ibrahim, are you there?
Hello?
Alright, now you're there. Hello, mate. So, P1, fastest lap. That day, frankly, from the looks of it, couldn't have gone better for you. You drove a very good race. Talk us through it.
So, I mean, there was like, what, 2 safety cars, right? Or 3, I don't remember, but I think my pace was very good. It weren't better than Shifty's or Gaz's, I'll give them that, but I feel like since Gaz kept like disconnecting, I just got away with it. Like, I wouldn't have won if it wasn't for him disconnecting, I think, because my softs were dead by the end. And fastest lap, I'm glad I got fastest lap, but I might not get first because of the incident with Shifty. I don't know if you've seen that though.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've only heard Shifty's side of it from Merc Chat. I can take a look at it now if you want me to.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Do you think that's my fault? Because it's my AI hitting into...
Alright, let me just take a look. Oh, you're really unlucky there, mate. Because, well, technically speaking, you're responsible for what your AI does, so that's probably going to get looked at. In reality, you really got unlucky there, mate. I think my AI hit Jamie Hester under safety car in Hungary, but I got away with it because it was just side-to-side contact instead of spinning him round. But yeah, mate, that is a very, very unlucky situation.
Nah, but what? Do you think I'll get a penalty off of that? There's no way I'll get a penalty.
If I have to put it bluntly,
I'll give a 5 second. I don't mind 5 seconds.
I can't get involved in it because Shifty's my teammate, so I'm gonna say yes, but I can't get involved in the verdict because Shifty's my teammate, so it's gonna be down to the other stewards.
5 seconds, because then I'll still win. But fastest lap, I'm glad. I'm catching up to Shifty now. I need to win 1 more race, or like 2 more races, and I'll like be level.
Yeah.
I'll be like level with him, I'm pretty sure.
You actually delivered. You said you'd beat Shifty in Qatar. I called you delusional, but you actually did. You actually did it.
Yeah, I mean, me and him did like some races before like the actual Qatar, and he was quicker than me by like a tenth, I'd say, like in 1-shot quali. But I mean, I thought he was like really good. Like I thought he was good. He told me that Hungary and Qatar is like best tracks, and now Monza next. I can beat him in Monza. I'm great at Monza. So I think everything's going well for me. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Good talking to you, mate. Let's move over to Husky now. Feel free to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello. On the face of it, P5 to P4 doesn't look eventful, but I know you got spun around early and making up places. Very, very eventful race from you. So talk us through it.
Well, I think I'm going to coin the term tactical bonk when I talk about this. I may have misjudged a little bit of a breaking point going lap 1. Spun around Dundee, then I went off track and spun around myself. But, yeah, I finished the first lap in 20th, and then the 3 safety cars, I just kept jumping positions. Pretty good tire strategy as opposed from last week. So, you know, I'll take it. Doesn't look great, 5 to 4, but you know, 5 to 20th to 4th it's pretty good.
Yeah, very good drive from you, mate. And about that final safety car when everyone was boxing, was the soft tyre always the 100% right choice you were thinking of? Because at the end, I heard it from Ibrahim that his tyres were dead and he ran the softs. So how were your softs?
Well, I think I came in lap 19 from the safety car to pit, and I was planning on after the first safety car to go to 20th and pit for softs, and then do the third stint on softs. So I was always planning in the back of my mind to, try and do those final 9 to 10 laps on softs. I did not realize that by the end of those 9 to 10 laps, I'd be on 60% tire wear, but they felt fine.
Well, you hung on to the end, and after we've got a 1 week break now, and then racing high speed at Monza. Any thoughts on the track? You any good at it? You think you can challenge for another podium like you did in Hungary?
No, I don't. I have very little practice around Monza, so just probably go put some laps in after this. But I guess we'll see.
Alright, good talking to you, mate.
Yeah, same here.
And with that, we'll end off this stream. Very good racing from most of our drivers out here today. I'll end off the stream now. See you later, guys.
Make sure to like and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit that follow button, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the Hyperdrive, or you'll be banished like Chevy. Okay, bye.
Yeah, everything he said. Bye.